Well, g'day footy fans, and thanks to Air Diffusions Australia. Welcome to the biggest game so far of the Southern Football League season, exclusively on Filming Footy. This one speaks for itself. It's the top two teams, and they're fighting to be the league leaders. Thanks to Pro Build Australia, Air Diffusion Australia, and the Aussie Unit Hackham, it's the Wine Flies of Reynella hosting the Falcons of Flagstaff Hill. My name's Phil Hurd, and thanks so much for joining us here at the home of the Wine Flies, Reynella Oval. Joining me, Ollie Riddle. Ollie, welcome. We're looking forward to this one.
We have been looking forward to this one. We've been put in the most pristine conditions. Under the roof, perfect, beautiful commentary box. It's huge as well.
Yeah, got to thank Jake Lever and Reynella. They've given us the coach's box. Kick the poor Wine Flies coaches out. So we've got a great view. We've got Josh, our intrepid cameraman, next to us, giving you some great pictures. Looking forward to a great game between two teams, Ollie, that have had really good starts, look evenly matched, but it's about overcoming losses.
It is about overcoming losses today. We've got some huge injuries, and from both sides too. Makes it evenly matched, as you said, but none bigger than some of the names from Reynella. Who's missing today?
Well, 6 changes. Now, don't forget, Reynella last week had the bye at A-grade level. Actually, 8 of their players that are out here this afternoon played in the Bs when they beat Noarlunga. So there's been transition. But, okay, who's out? Why don't we start with the captain, Tyler Davies, who's just being rested with a little bit of knee niggleness. Blake Rodriguez, who was best last game, which was 2 weeks ago. He's out. That was the Sunday game against Morphett Vale at Morphett Vale. How about your leading goal kicker, Liam Delahuntley, an ankle injury? How about your second, Marshman? He's been out for a couple of games. Cooper Arban, Aidan Seckham are playing resis, and Zach Reiki is out as well. 6 changes with the outs.
6 changes huge. As we said, Liam Delahunty is their leading goal scorer. 30 goals from 6 games. He's averaging 5 a match. And Marshman last year kicked 89 goals. He's only had 12 so far this year, but that doesn't help with his finger injury. So a bit of precaution with Tyler Davies as well, who's had a really bad run over the last couple of years. The Reynella captain had some knee problems. And should also mention Bradley Potter is another one who is missing today, who has played heaps of games for Reynella over the last 2 years. This morning, Phil, I did a counting. Exactly 442 senior footy games are missing today between Davies, Marshman, Delahunty and Potter.
Yeah, that's a lot. We'll get to flaggies in a sec. Just the ins for Reynella. Josh Viney, who's a youngster, was best in the resis last week, playing his 6th A-grade. up on some of the lower ranked teams. They won't have that opportunity today. So I think it's an even matchup.
It's almost black.
Oh no! There is a boggy bit in the middle. I'll give you that. It's the most mud. It's the most mud we've seen at an oval this year. I'll give you that. But it's also one of the most used ovals as well, given the sheer number of junior and women's teams that Reynella have.
Yeah, it's not looking great for umpires or for players alike. You don't want to lay any heavy tackles in the centre of the park. Could be pretty easy between the two arcs.
Yeah, you might be sampling some of Renella's finest. As the siren goes, thankfully for us to change the topic, and it is the Wineflies victorious, 10-8-68, Flagstaff Hill 4-8-32. That is a 6-goal win. So that puts Reynella 3 out of the first 4. They did win the under-13s by 60 points. Flagstaff unbeaten in the under-15s. They're 7-0 now, taking care of Reynella by 87 points. In the 7.5s, it was Reynella by 75. So I guess this has been the closest one so far. And I suspect the League one will be pretty close as well.
Now looking back at round 12 last year, that's when they last played these two teams. Flagstaff Hill defeated Reynella by 12 points. And earlier in that year, Reynella defeated Flagstaff Hill by 20 points. Now remember the grand final of 2024, if you cast your eyes back, Phil. Reynella got up by 10 points at South Adelaide that day. Yeah,
it didn't quite break the Flagstaff run because I think it had been broken a little bit earlier, but certainly stopped it continuing. Two teams that have been very competitive for some time. They actually didn't meet in the finals last year because Reynella got shocked, lost to Christie's by 1 point in the elimination. Flagstaff just couldn't get around Port Noarlunga in the qualifying or the prelim. And of course it was Port Noarlunga and Happy Valley that made it to the granny. Is this a grand final preview?
Potentially.
Could well be, but don't want to get too far ahead of ourselves. The result we'll see today will be very different conditions, and look, being honest, I hope very different teams should they meet in August, September.
Leading goal kicker this year for Reynella is, of course, Liam Delahunty, who's missing today. And Marshman and Davies both have been their best player the most times, featured in the best players 4 times each. They're also missing, so big losses for Reynella there. Same for Flagstaff Hill as our 2 umpires walk out. That's Jared Simister and David Curran, who are our boundary umpires, Phil.
Yeah, joining them, Rylan Kretschmer, Brodie Bryan and Leo Walkley. Goal umpires today, Robin Perry and Jono White. And the umpires have Indigenous tops as well today, which is fantastic to see. I'll do you, where are the goals going to come from for Reynella? Their leading goal scorer of the 22 that are out there today is James Patworth. He's kicked 6.
Wow.
And by the way, him and Alex Lawley have a milestone today.
They do. We did see that on the big screen before. 50 games for each, 50 A-grade games.
Yep, but of course on the Sportal scoreboard, which is a good chance to just quickly mention our sponsors. Our weekly sponsor this week is Air Diffusion Australia. Now they're huge here at Reynella. Southern Footy League, they sponsor the Filming Footy broadcast, and they sponsor this particular match today. They're a renowned Australian manufacturer, state-of-the-art accessories and technologies, providing you with a comprehensive range of components for your heating, ventilating and air conditioning systems as we make the switch of wanting air conditioning to wanting really good heating. They are the leading Australian supplier of quality air conditioning equipment, refrigeration components to the industry, and a holder of several patented products. Proudly Australian, family owned, 100%. Market driven by their valuable customers to design and provide innovative products that will meet your needs today and in the future. You can visit their website, airdiffusion.com.au, or phone 8307 2380. Tell them you found out about them watching the footy.
Watching the footy. A lot of great sponsors here for Dartfishers Filming Footy. As we're only a couple of minutes away at a coin toss in the centre of the ground, which way is it going? I think Reynella may have won the toss, and they'll be kicking to the left of your screen, the northern end, the city end.
Yeah, having a look at the breeze, there's no windsock here that I was able to find, but there's a little feather banner just near to our
There's a flag
club.
over there.
There's a flag over there, and that is I think that's the shooting club there, the game club.
The swimming club?
No, the shooting club.
Ah, the air rifles.
The air rifles, yeah. I think they took us there as scouts one night, way back in the day.
The 50s.
The wind is across the ground.
Yeah. By looking at the flag, I would say, yes, the wind is across the ground. Not going to favour either team.
The other sponsors to mention today, of course, our major sponsors of the broadcast with Filming Footy, Pro Build Australia. We're here with Jake Lever from Pro Build Australia, Troy of Innovation Repairs, Edufusion Australia, we've mentioned. The RD Jones Group, the Aussie Inn at Hackham, and the Christie's Beach Hotel. Also got to mention San Domain from the Man & Co Real Estate. Dartfish Live Stats. Sportal Scoreboard, we'll get plenty of mentions today. Classic Clashes, UTF Trailers, wherever our trailer's gone to. Archie's Footwear, Ollie will be giving that out at Games End. And of course, Filming Footy. How many games are we up to a week now? 216. As you can see, look at the scoreboard going off.
It is pumped
It's like
up.
Adelaide Oval with their LED lights.
Right on the scoreboard here. Fantastic facilities, especially up here in the coach's box. Although if you take a look at me, Phil, I'm only a couple of centimetres away from hitting my head on the roof.
Yeah, I reckon Mark Boholm, he's the runner. I can see what the old ex-Woodville Torrens Eagles ruckman, I can see why he's the runner and not up here.
Ah, yes. It's pretty obvious to see.
Oh, we've got a countdown clock as well. How exciting. I don't think we're quite... All we need is some music. So if you had to choose a pre-game song...
Pre-game song.
Sandstorm by Darude? No?
No. I'm a big fan. You could pick the Boys Light Up, Australian
Boys
Crawl.
Light Up, yes.
There's a good...
Good Aussie.
Yeah, gets her really into it. Or something from AC/DC maybe.
Well, I had the...
Or Imagine Dragons.
I was marketing manager at South They've got to do it differently this time. Can they adjust?
First A-grade game in a month for Samuel Nishki. How's the kick? It's not going to make the journey. Plays around the football. No one can quite hold it now. Flagstaff can come away with the football. Back where it came to begin with. Players in front. Copley couldn't quite get any hands to it. But Reynella are going to send it back in. Nishki's handball wasn't quite to perfection. And now the players around the football. Umpire's going to wait. It may come out. In fact, it does. Flagstaff's way. Kick towards the inner wing. Player down for Reynella. Quite hold the mark is Reed. And he didn't drag it in there. It was very close to be dragged in. And now Copley comes away with the footy. Mark, good option. That's taken from Papworth. He's got to get up, though.
Too far out the score, you would think. And maybe not now. Now, of course, this is South Australian football. It's not 50, which would put him in the goal square. It's 25, which gives him half a chance. And to be honest, that strikes me as a little short 25, but I guess I got a bit of a depth position. So the 50-gamer has played a bit with South Adelaide. They're under 16s, 18s reserves, but at this level, 100% wine fly. Slide angle. Kicks, he had it off to the right. It will land near the behind line and will go out of bounds for throw-in. It is on our Sportal scoreboard. We've gone 3.5 minutes. Both teams have had one series up. Well, no, it is a behind. Okay, that's 2 behinds I've missed so far. It's 1 Flagstaff Hill, 1 Reynella 1. Here at the home of the Wine Flies. Kick out. It's going to be a quick rebound back in. There's a 35 out there, which has got me intrigued. So I don't have a 35 on my team sheet.
35 is Reed for Reynella.
Oh, Reed from 44 to 35? Okay,
yes.
Beautiful. Okay. Lots of player number changes.
Lots of player number changes.
Bucks go to it. Put in a nice path for Jeffries to kick it towards the old scoreboard, Padalatinga Road, the eastern wing. But Reynella have kept it this half of the ground for about the last 4 minutes or so. Some good tackling. Eventually the kick away. Free off the ball will go the way of Flaggies. And it's like, well, they have the Reynella gift here in January, including a footballers race, which, by the way, Reynella won. But, yeah, they all took off running for the southern end, and they've got a mark inside 50.
So we're not sure quite who this is yet. That was well moved along the outer wing from Flagstaff. They'll take their second shot of the game. Not far away from where their first one was from Aidan Grayson.
Yeah, a little dob kick.
Hip it.
That's an interesting kick. Improve the angle. I'm going to say that. I'm not sure if it improved the distance.
He's been in and out of a team, Kobe Hibbert, all year, been dominant in the B grade when he's been omitted. So he certainly deserves his fair chance at A-grade football.
Yep. Again, another South Adelaide junior who, at under 17 level, played 2 games for Meadows. Outside of that, Old Flagstaff Hill. First serious shot on goal, at least for Flagstaff Hill. 40 metres out, slight angle. Sends the goal umpire awry, and it's a game of behind so far. 5.5 minutes gone on the Sportal scoreboard. Flagstaff Hill 2, Reynella 1.
And they'll take it out straight away, Reynella. Straight down the guts they go. In fact, he pushed it further to the outer wing. He ran down the guts and then decided to kick to the right.
Well, like me, big guts that go very wide.
Oh, it could be a very big guts. You're right. Players in the middle of the ground. Umpire's going to say, give it to me, and we'll try and chuck it up again. And the clouds are just starting to leave from behind our commentary box, Phil.
Seeing a bit of blue sky. More of that, please.
Oh, forgot what blue sky looks like. Stone picked it up. In fact, he was caught pretty quickly. Plays around the football. Umpire waits and says, give it to me.
So, still waiting on our first goal. 6 minutes in. You know, these are teams that have regularly scored 100 points, winning by 10 to 15 goals. Flagstaff Hill have had the bigger wins. That's why they're top right now with the percentage. Just on the wing. Quick pick up and kick into a bit of space. Nothing but red and blue here. Time for Tristan Smith to find a teammate. Now they head back towards their goal. Trying to get under it was Barnworth. He missed the ball. Now, tough tackle in the alternate centre circle. I reckon that's where they might have had the... You were here early doing your umpiring. Where did you do the ball ups?
I did the ball up in our First Nations circle because no one told me not to.
Okay, so there's a secondary one on the other side of the cricket pitch.
I think the idea is that the juniors do the secondary one so they can leave it for the seniors. But when, not any of the big who's here in the morning, I just do what I want, unless someone says otherwise.
You do that anyway, don't you?
I do that anyway. This is going to be a free kick here for Brock Carlisle, just his 8th ever senior game for Reynella.
Looks like they're trying to cram about 5 people into the back of that station wagon.
Good mark there. Intercept mark coming from Flagstaff. Out a win.
Now this is Ethan. No, you call him what? Wild? I call him Wild Man because he's got the headband.
He is a bit of wild. You're right. Name and nature. Ethan Wildman. Back where it came from. Out a win. Good crumb there, and they can take it away here. Oh, shows a bit too. That was very clever. Although the kick smother, that was very nicely done from Patterson, but away go Reynella. And the kick hit a car.
Yeah, you'll find I think that's the 3rd last disposal free we've already seen, or add on the 4. That's the breeze going across the ground. Already had 3 turnovers from it. Lights are on here, by the way. Look, it certainly is brighter now, and the ground is pretty much bathed. It is bathed in sunshine. So a little bit shadow from a tree. But.
So Flagstaff are going to try and switch it. Slowest switch I've ever seen, no? And now they got a mark. This is Tristan Smith. Wants to play on 2. Along the inner wing. Right in front of the coach's box, and he's pushed as he kicked. Free kick down the field.
Couple of downfield frees that Reynella have given away in the first 9 minutes of the contest. Let's see what Flaggies can do. The kick will lob on the arc. Front and square was Nash. He's tackled. Umpire says no opportunity. I'll tell you, who's 24? Braden Nicholas has been a tackling machine. He was involved in that smother you mentioned as well on the outer side for Reynella so far. Of course, we will be looking for a most valuable player. We're still looking for a marketing term. Ollie's something.
Ollie's something. Well, last week I was told Oliver's Twist.
Oliver's Twist.
I've never even seen Oliver's Twist. As Patterson goes forward towards the pocket. Mark's taken. Nice job. And this could be Samuel Smith. In fact, I think it is. He'll be lining up 20 metres out on a slight angle to the outer side. Scoreboard end.
Looks like it's right into the breeze if you're looking at the flag.
It is right into the breeze. Yeah. Has 16 goals of the year. He wants to snap it. Umpire calls play on. In the end, didn't make the trip.
He went to Stevie J.
He did go to Stevie J. Reed takes it out of bounds right by the goals there.
You watched Carlton Geelong last night?
I did.
Patrick Cripps takes the great mark, the magic moment.
And he snaps. From 10 metres out, he snaps.
In front.
Just go back with the drop punt. Look at that. Brushes off. How's the kick? Won't make the journey. In the end, it's knocked over for a minor score.
All right.
And I believe that was Hayward Ferrers, maybe, who kicked that.
Possible. Oh, I was touched over, so probably go as a rushed, I think. Comes out to Patworth, a 50-gamer at the 25-metre dash. Suspect this breeze. I thought it was a cross. It might just favour the end that Reynella are kicking to. But we're not seeing a lot of footing in front of us. I thought we might. It's a narrow ground. Get on Google Maps and have a look. It's an oval.
Yeah.
It's a bit of an egg, and it's a really interesting flank on the outer side.
Well, it depends what sort of eggs you get.
Sort of, the wings aren't straight, if that makes sense.
I think a double yolk is a pretty fat egg.
Yeah, that's true. All right, here go Reynella. Got to get through some traffic and doesn't. The kick missed the target. Warren with a high one. Under pressure was Carlisle. Got the kick away, so it's kick to kick pretty much at the moment. Lucas Gordon chases after it. He's tackled. Now Flagstaff a kick inside. Looking for Smith. He overran it. That's because he was pushed, and he's going to get another shot.
Willie snapped this one. He's from about the same spot.
Oh, Karagi. Yeah.
In the end, it's a minor score to Flagstaff.
4-1, Flagstaff Hill. They are doing by far the majority of the attacking. Often see a game like this, Ollie, where one team does this and other team gets a little counter-attack, kicks a goal, and it just completely deflates.
Straight down the
team
other
that's had
end.
the play.
Could just come with Whitaker. No mark as of yet. Patworth wants to wait before it goes in. And he's going to have to wait for the umpire, who balls it up now, 4 points to 1. Of course, they're coming off the bye, Reynella. Do you reckon that's going to help them?
It might help them later. Flagstaff had Christie's Beach, which at Christie's Beach always make you work at it, but it was still a reasonably comfortable result.
A 39-point win to Flagstaff Hill. That was against Port Noarlunga last week.
Port Noarlunga, sorry, you're right. Christie's 46, and Port Noarlunga was a very tight first half, and then it was all Flagstaff in the second half.
It certainly was. As we will have Benjamin Jeffries, who's playing tomorrow, I believe, against Kangaroo Island for the SFL under-21s.
Yes.
Him and Hugo Nash, as Liam Reid takes another big mark in defence. I actually bumped into him a few weeks ago at 12 o'clock at night at Glenelg, of all places.
You were telling me this.
Yeah, I'm not sure his coach would like to hear that, though, so maybe I won't say it
Was it
again.
the night before or the night after the game?
It was the same night,
Same night as the game. Well, that's
so he was truly out for celebration.
So that's, after the game, I reckon is probably okay at this level. I think.
At what point do you have to put the beers away to get ready for the next one?
Well,
For you, it's Friday night, Saturday morning. Good mark, centre of the ground. That was Copley. Pushed out towards the outer wing. So they're playing a little safe at the moment, Reynella. Haven't seen her load the ball forward. Still haven't given me a response to my question.
No, I don't generally drink beer at this time of the year. My usual...
You're a summer drinker.
No, well, yeah, but no, I have a glass of port, 20 port on a winter's night, putting the notes together, would be about as far as my alcoholic indulgences go.
Bird overrun it. In fact, the slip's going to help Flagstaff Hill. And how's the flying shot at goal? It's just to the wide, and it's a minor score. Their 5th point, no goals. Flagstaff Hill, they lead by 4 singular points.
Yeah, the last inside 50 for Reynella, I reckon, was about 6 minutes ago. Flagstaff Hill have really bottled it up well. And now they've got it sort of inside the centre square. That's a start and a stoppage. Chance to reset. Other games this weekend, I know Happy Valley is off to Morford Vale. That's probably the... I'm not even going to ask you who you're going to tip in that one.
Oh, well, I got to see Morford Vale last week against Hallett Cove.
Kick 10 goals.
They did kick 10 goals. They looked quite good. There was a couple of players, Benjamin James, number 8 for them, who sort of stood out. As we have, is that holding the ball? Umpire does say so.
Run down beautifully.
Beautifully done indeed. That was by Hugo Nash, playing tomorrow against Kangaroo Island. Short kick.
All right, as Flagstaff work it out, I'm going to give you some matchups.
right.
A sentence, who and why. Cove hosting Ironbank Cherry Gardens.
Hallett Cove, because they've got a nice run of form. Good intercept mark, Copley. Towards the centre of the ground.
8th versus 7th, Aldinga versus Christie's Beach.
Happy Valley, sorry, who was it?
Aldinga
Christie's
versus
Beach.
Christie's at Aldinga.
Christie's Beach has got to get a run on. They've been a little slow so far to start the year. I'm going to tip them to really start pushing into 2026.
Well, they've got the two bottom sides, Aldinga and Morford Vale, so if they're not going to move in the next fortnight, they're not going. That's a nice grab inside 50 for Damon Arnold. And we didn't get it earlier, but your tip for this one, Ollie.
You said Reynella. I'm going to say Flagstaff Hill.
All right.
Losing Marshman, losing Davies, losing Potter, losing Delahunty. If Flagstaff Hill want to beat Reynella, today's the best day.
They've got a good chance. No, I agree with that.
This is Arnold's first game, first appearance since round 2.
Well, all these changes are opportunities for other players as he puts that high and is wayward again. So it's 5-2 in the behind stakes thus far.
It's amazing.
Gone.
Hey?
Not going to be a huge amount of time on with no goals kicked. There'll be some.
We can have a game at Hallett Cove where there was 5 goals kicked within the first 4 minutes.
Yes.
And the top 2 teams here, 16 and a half minutes in, not 1 goal.
Yeah, but I mean, I always think that, defence wins championships in so many different sports. And whilst you look at these two, oh, look, they kicked so many goals, they won by so much. But then you look at the fact they allowed 6 behinds or a couple of goals. It's their defence that sets it up.
Yeah.
And so I expected that today. And I expected Reynella to struggle to score goals. And Flagstaff at the moment have the yips in front of goals.
Pretty sure that was a one-hand, one-bounce sort of opportunity there. In the end, the umpire paid a mark. And again, so Flagstaff, who are being tracked, as we spoke about defensive units. Out it will come now, towards the contest, one-on-one. Both players fighting for it. No one really got hands to it. Handball's out, although straight to the opponent. And in the end, it is Patterson who lays the tackle, who's barely missed the game since COVID for the Falcons.
Yeah.
Ball's thrown up.
Last year, 6 this year.
There you go. Ball's thrown up. One-on-one contest. Reed's going to come in and take off. Look at him go. He's got a man in front of him. Works it out nicely. Might get it back, Liam Reed. Although the player kept running with him. Umpire says, play it on, no prior. Good call. Inside 50, the ball's going to go for the one prize. Flying lead, couldn't quite hold the mark or get anywhere near it in the end. Flagstaff can come back through the football, in fact, no, over the line.
So Brody Souter kicked a goal in the A grades last game against Morford Vale on the Sunday the week before. Also kicked a goal in the B grade against Noarlunga. One of those 8 players who went down to the Bs. Or was in the Bs last week and is here today.
Yeah, it's good for a lot of players to keep up their form, you would say, in the B grade.
Yeah.
Well, they've got that opportunity to buy.
It just adds more pain to Noarlunga, though.
It does add more pain to Noarlunga.
They get a quality of B grade side that's higher than what anybody else, as an opponent, than what any other side gets, because they got to play A grade.
Throw in here, out of side. In fact, just inside 50 for Reynella, who have not seen a lot of the ball down their end. Just 2 points to show for it.
Used to be on radio, Ollie, on Live FM, and we had a rule that we had a ad that we had to play during the quarter.
Now, what if there are no goals kicked?
Then we're looking at this time and going, then we play 2 in the second quarter.
There you go. So free kick here for Flagstaff here. Umpires pick something out. Right towards the outer side, just outside of 50. Umpire says play on. We wait. Reed ran around him and loses the football. And in the end, we'll throw it back in. Been a very quiet start. Both teams are sort of testing each other out first.
Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. It's certainly tough and tight in the clinches. Open plays been a luxury. Few gettable shots. No one's been able to nail one as yet. Big crowd here. I think there's no Crows or Power this weekend. They've both got the week off.
Both have the week off, so Sample can really shine, and community football.
And community footy, and you know this is one of the biggest games in Adelaide today. You could see in the early days that these two were. I mean, based on last year, they were finalists, as you mentioned, 2024 grand finalists, and they've certainly been the cream of the crop so far this season. We're down to the last couple of minutes of the first quarter. And we've got a stoppage inside the centre circle. 5-2 on the Sportal scoreboard. It won't take us long to go through the goal kickers, Ollie.
It won't take us long at all. The quickest of the year so far. The most exciting first term I think I have ever seen. Handball just came out of our umpire says no. Advantage for Reynella. Copley delays the kick. Now inside 50. Got a one-on-one at the back. In the end, gets ahead of all of them. Flagstaff Hill can collect, but he's got to keep his feet. He doesn't. Play's going to move on. And sort of a wow, look at that sort of tackle. Jumped over his shoulders.
Is it footy or the World Wrestling Federation? Oh, was it now?
That was Tristan
WWE.
Smith
Is that the current?
WWE.
Okay.
That's the fake wrestling, I think they call it.
Yeah. Well, don't.
Oh, can't say that though.
Don't say that in front of one of them. They'll flip you over the head.
Oh yeah. One will get some real action.
Yes. In the pocket. The power. Oh, that was Jeffries, I think. Just a shot on goal. There's a goal-saving tackle.
In the end, it's been pushed through for a minus
Lawley
score.
was about to kick a goal in his 50th. So
the moment lit up for him.
21 and a half gone. I reckon we've got maybe a minute left. And now Flagstaff will take it out. Panalatinga pocket. Not sure they can go the length of the field and add to their 5 behinds. It's enough to lead, though. Because that's off hands and out of bounds, I think.
22 minutes gone here. Boundary throwing. Lots of black cars. In fact, 5 of them all in a row out there.
Got a young lad throwing it into the breeze. The ruck's got to the contest, though. Reynella will get the clear. So one last shot at the bar here. As the siren is not far from going as it goes. So, spurty game. Flagstaff had a lot in their forward 50. Reynella had it down there for the last couple of minutes. No one could kick a major. It's 5-3 Falcons.
Certainly is right. I'd love to go through the goal kickers with you, Phil, but unfortunately we don't have anything to really talk about. Close contest so far. For 1 and 2, I expected something a little more exciting, but still plenty of time to come.
Well, we expect it close, and 2 points fits that bill. You're with Ollie Riddle, Phil Hurd, and we've got Josh doing the great camera work. You're watching the Southern Footy League, thanks to Filming Footy. Now it's about work rate, trying to create some space.
What do you reckon the coach of Flagstaff Hill is saying right about now?
There's red behind posts and there's white goal posts, and your aim is to kick it between the white ones.
Right, that's as deep as your football knowledge will go, your coaching experience.
Well, had Flagstaff converted a couple of those early ones, we'd be looking at a slightly different contest. Right now, it's 2 points. It's even Stevens. Did Reynella have any wind advantage? I'm not 100% sold on it. We'll just always like to see a second quarter how it plays out with the other end. We got one other score around the ground, and that was at Aldinga. They're into the second quarter. Christie's 2-4-16, leading Aldinga 2-1-13. That's a game between 2-1 win sides 7th and 8th. Almost an early elimination final for their season. Back underway with the second quarter. You're with Ollie Riddle.
Second quarter is now underway. 3 points to just 5 points. The game of the week is turning out to be something a little bit less between our top two teams. Still yet to get our first goal, as umpire David Curran will bull it up again. A false start in the middle. Nice tap down. Copley, who's done well, had a lot of the football so far, will throw it up again.
I do remember calling a West versus Port Sandford game on a Friday night at Richmond where Port won 3-2. And just up South Road at Hindmarsh Stadium, Adelaide United won their game 4-3.
You will never see that ever again. Ball's knocked towards the centre of the ground. Copley can chase after it, along with Whitaker. Nice handball forward. Viney, first game of the season for him. Can't quite pick up the football though. Same as Patworth. Kick came from Flagstaff Hill into the sun. Who would have thought there'd be sun on a day like today? Handball backwards. They'll move it around nicely. Faisler. And now in goes Warren, and they're on top of him. We'll throw it up. Bit of push, bit of shoving too.
Plenty of chat. Hopefully you're getting from the benches below us. We do thank the Reynella coaches for vacating their coaches' box and doing this one from ground level as Flagstaff take it away through Bunworth into the middle of the Reynella oval. Just a hot foot, I reckon. That's been about probably the one sole clean possession we've had, and it turned out to be ineffective. And we're back for another stoppage. Rucks go to it. From behind was Stanford. Sock it into the mud. Who wants to go for a slippery slide?
No one.
Both keeping their feet as much as they can. There was a high one there that I saw, but the umpire just missed. And it'll be another ball up. This one's going to be in the mud.
It's hard to pay a high tackle when they're down trying to fetch the ball on the ground.
But he was clocked in the head.
He was definitely clocked in the head. Ball goes forward for Reynella. No one can quite hold the mark just yet. That was Patrick Davies into the team. Tyler Davies is missing though. So they've swapped around almost. Kick from Gordon was 12 a couple of weeks ago. Now wearing number 10 in the end. Braden Haywood-Ferris has taken the mark and he's sucking in the big ones.
Yeah, just got collected on the way down. He's got the footy. Tends to make you feel better. Then you kick it, then you start to feel the pain. No real rush. Going to go across the ground to Tristan Smith at the defensive 25. Got a further player across. I think this is Faisal.
Yes.
Stone on the mark for Reynella. Very structured, slow footy at the moment, but that one was seen by all and sundry. Flagstaff free. Brings it out to Josh Rosman, who's in the space on centre wing.
Space on centre wing indeed, right towards the inner wing. Drop mark, it was right there for Reed. Another intercept mark put down.
No, it's going to be a free to Chaplin.
No,
he didn't kick it out. His ball.
He didn't kick it out, it was rolled out. Good umpiring. Thrown back in. Huge crash and bang from our laptop.
And the monitor's still going.
The monitor is still going. Well, look at our equipment.
I must admit, I wasn't a big fan of that stand, Ollie. I think that's one way to disconnect it all.
It's still going now. Our technology works great.
That's incredible. Yeah, I reckon that's the spot, mate. So it tips over itself, does it?
It does.
Okay. And despite your best efforts, you haven't broken it apart yet. Okay.
Not yet.
All right,
Plenty
back
of
to the
time.
footy. It is a Flagstaff free. Do apologise that we're slightly distracted. Anytime if you got a TV on monitor that took a 3-foot drop, you've got to be focused on that too. So I'll leave Ollie to play with. Can you put it on its other end, Ollie? What you need, put your thermos underneath it. Let gravity be the thing. Is the kick is, well, if nothing but consistent. So you need, all right. It's a behind. Sportal scoreboard, waiting for its first goal. I know Josh is really keen to show you what Reynella do when they kick a goal.
He is very keen.
So are we. And we hope to get there sometime today.
Mark's been taken. That was number 4, Cameron Kirkland. Nice kick too, though. Chopped off. Umpire's called a mark. Probably a fair call. Had a big piece of it. Was Alex Lawley. 50th A-grade game today. Right on. True centre half back for him. Kick towards the outer wing. They scream hot, hot, hot. He's got to take the mark first. Flagstaff can come away. Nice smother. Not sure it was deliberate though. He sort of fell over Copley. He'll claim it though.
We'll claim it.
In the end, we'll have a ball up.
Back, set up! Set up, forward!
Well, it's a congested part of the oval at the moment. Somehow out of that, Dylan McCormick got a hand pass out. Flagstaff are going to move it forward with a high kick in the direction of Carney, who's not going to be outmarked. Reynella ball in what I call the Patatalinga pocket, which is the road out there. Looking and finding Stanford. What's the decision? Was in front,
Ball
not paid. Ball up.
So players around the football. One of them was Darcy Mitchell, who played really well when we first saw Flagstaff field against the Vikings. That kick has gone all the way out on the full into the cars. It is dangerous to park on the boundary field.
Yeah.
I parked as far back as you can possibly go.
Yeah.
It wasn't a deliberate choice. It was the only car park left.
Especially today, if the wind is blowing, they're going to blow a lot of balls out there. I think I've seen 5 already.
You can try and keep count. Smith in half-back line for the Falcons. Mark's taken here in a win. A lead for about 5 metres away. I ain't going to count. And down the field, bit of push and shove. It was Samuel Nishke. Downfield, late bump. And they're really getting into him now. Play's going to move on through McCormick. Up towards the forward line. Can they get their first crack at goal? It's going to roll there. It's going to go all the way through.
Oh,
Can you believe it? It's Aldridge. Blake Aldridge, after coming off his best output of the year, 6 goals last week, he's kicked the first goal of the game today. And 1 goal today is worth about 12.
yeah, he's 25th goal of the season, 43 last year. Biggest bag last year, 5 against Aldinga, and as you said, 6 last week in big game. It was a top 4 clash between Flaggies and Port Noarlunga. You look at Flagstaff Hill's schedule, and they did have the 4 easiest opponents they could get to start the season. Now it's got tougher. That Happy Valley game, let's face it, it could have gone either way.
It could have.
And they had the big win over Port Noarlunga. So they are right in the mix. And finally, look, they've been the better side with the better field position and scoring shots. Now they got reward on the Sportal scoreboard.
Ball's back into the middle, if you can believe it. Finally back into the middle. Lays a good tackle. Was Stone, I believe. In fact, no. That was Braden Nichols, one of multiple premiership players on their list. I believe, don't quote me, but 13 premiership players still on their list.
Wow.
A few of them not playing today, though. A lot of injuries today.
Yeah.
Good opportunity for someone like Nichols. And in the end, he lays the tackle. We'll have a ball up about 40 from home for Flagstaff Hill.
Where's a cricket analogy when I need one?
That wouldn't have been that funny either way.
Gray Nichols. Oh, depended on the analogy
name's
and the
gotta be
delivery
great.
and the timing. It's a combination of things. As that's kicked out, there's going to be another last disposal free. That's 6. I'm
6.
combining the out of fools last disposal. So the last time we had a turnover, Flagstaff Hill with that kick free downfield, they converted into the running goal to Aldridge. There he is, kicking around the body, trying to centre the ball. And Nichols has taken he's taken a classic catch.
Classic catch from Nichols, there you go.
Not to be confused with Classic Clashes, which is one of our sponsors.
So now along the uni win, you've finally got that pun out there.
Yeah, feel better now.
You feel better. Mark's been taken. And they'll try and get another one. Papworth's on his own. And he holds it too. Umpire's paid a push either way. And James Patworth has the opportunity to put Reynella's first goal through. It's his 14th year playing for the Wineflies since his under 8 days.
Yep, league debut 2023. One of 8 Wineflies to have played every game of this 7th game this season. There's 9 Falcons who've played all 8.
Patworth from 40.
Oh,
May not have the journey. In fact, it doesn't. Can't find Mark from Souter. Minus score, Reynella. Still waiting for the elusive first goal for the Wineflies.
Oh, well, that kick does it for me, that there is a wind advantage to the left of screen. Because that one looked pretty decent off the boot. It just hung up and seemed like a stone.
Mark's taken Rosman. Lucky. But they say you make your own luck. They move it on quickly. In a win. Nice handball. I want to move it through. Mitchell. Couple of players around the football now. This is what a fumble can do. He held it in. Umpire wasn't there to see it. Instead, we'll have a ball up through umpire David Curran.
Yeah.
And we do.
And I understand that. I mean, what the umpire sees and what you see is 180 degrees different with a lot of bodies in the way. As Flagstaff Hill go forward, Reynella go forward. Souter's got the hand pass out, but Flaggies have the numbers for the moment. Wildman just a long kick for space. It's going to be Hibbert, Aldridge. Who can they help each other? No, it's going to be the Wineflies who pick it up. Ends up back with Braden Nichols. Gets the hand pass, and again, high kicks in that direction are not going to do much for you. Flagstaff decide the quickest way to home is right down the middle. Kick from Chaplin, who's the flyer from the back. Front and square, Cameron Brown. He picks it up. He is. Ran into a brick wall. That is Braden Nichols.
First time we've seen Cameron
machine.
Brown. First time we've seen Brown this game, and not a great highlight for him. Highlight for his opposition, though.
Welcome to the A grade. I think this is his 4th A grade game. 2 last year, 2nd this year.
Nichols towards the outer wing. In the end, we'll have to throw it back in. Plenty of ball on that outer side. If only the wind was facing the other way.
Then we'd have it blowing into our faces, and that would be very uncomfortable.
All right, fine. We'll just squint all the way to the other side of the ground. So players waiting for the ball to come out.
Well, there's that vacant scoreboard there with a very narrow window. Ollie, do you reckon we could share that little window and commentate out of it?
I can see that scoreboard. There's a very narrow window. I don't think you or me will be able to fit in it, let alone the both of us. Mark's taken again, intercept. Liam Reid is having an outstanding day in defence.
Yeah, he's been coordinating the Wineflies defence. At the moment, what have we gone? 13 minutes into the second quarter, just the 1 goal kick. Flagstaff a great chance here. Turnover to Chaplin. He's found a target up forward. This is Smith.
So kicked 16 goals for the year, had already 2 opportunities today to make it 18, missed them both.
Yeah. So one of the differences with these two sides, Reynella do not have their 1-2 forward punch. Flagstaff do in Aldridge and Smith.
That is true.
So, set shot. Think the wind will assist. We'll find out in a sec. Falls a little short, and will it be tapped through? Will it be conceded? It is touched. Will be a throw-in. No score. Sportal scoreboard. 13.5 gone. Flaggies 1-6-12. Reynella 4 behinds.
Yet to get a goal on the board, Reynella. Not down the end they would like, however. In defensive 50. But look at the charge. Straight off the half-back they go. He's going to have to come straight off the bench. Is Gordon. He gets into the contest. Handball from Souter. Now Gordon can get really near it. Lays the tackle. Look at him go. Kick forward. Nicely done. Scotland. In fact, it was McGuinness. And they weren't holding the ball. In the end, holding the man. Warren hadn't picked it up.
Yeah, well done by Warren just to tap it, not to grab it. That
And
meant
he has to go get
Stanford's
the ball.
tackle was against the rules.
Had to go collect his own football from the ground in the centre square. How's the kick? Gets all the way to the back. In fact, it's the mark. Right on his knees there. The mark's been taken by Brock Carlisle, who puts it out wider. Lawley. And in the end, I'm not sure who it was aiming for. Kick's been cut off by Chef. Found himself in the reserves to start the year. And now he's in the A grade. He's spurred up Cameron Blake.
Yeah, Flagstaff will definitely look the more structured and composed, especially going up forward. But just the one running goal thus far, 1 goal 6. To the hot spot we go, and Wineflies are there in numbers.
So
I reckon this might be Carlisle again, possibly.
It is Reed and Carlisle are both playing well. A couple of intercept marks to both. And this is now Damon Arnold. First appearance since round 2. Actually played for Nan last year. As you spoke about, the Unley Jets before that. He's been around the block, as they would say. Ball's out of bounds here, and we'll have another throw-in. Probably about the 400th throw-in for the day.
It's been busy.
Been very busy.
Especially if you're the... They've actually swapped the boundary umpires quarter to quarter. Well, they might have 3 out there, maybe.
They do have
3. Okay. But they have swapped the young lad to the slightly older but still young lad, but with longer hair, out on the other side. With no win to assist. Oh! Reynella water just giving him a drink.
Oh, isn't that
Good
nice?
to see. Not even umpire appreciation round.
So balls come out here. Stouter around it. In fact, look at them go. It's Flagstaff who can get it away. In the end, Chef's going to have to wait. Now picks up. Handball receives options. Plenty of them too. In the end, puts it forward of the ball. And now from inside 50 can find the target, and they do.
They did that. That's actually one of the plays of the day so far.
It is.
From the contested blockage, just some quick, clean hands. Found a player in space, and then the pinpoint pass leads to this shot on goal to Mr. Aldridge.
Only man who's kicked a goal as of yet. And if he wants to keep that record going, I suggest he puts it through.
Give himself a 2-goal buffer, you reckon?
Give himself a 2-goal buffer on the rest of the competition. 40 metres out, slide angle. Blake Aldridge kicked 6 last week. Already has 2 today. He's pumped. So are Flagstaff Hill.
Well, that's... On current trends, is that game over? Although it is often said in soccer games that an early 2-0 lead is one of the most dangerous scores because you tend to take the foot off the goal. Up by 2 goals, we've got a buffer, don't have to worry about it as much. And then you find yourself, the other team gets momentum and it overruns you. But 17 minutes gone. Flaggy's now getting some reward for what has been a clear advantage in field position and inside 50s. And Blake Aldridge, I love the fact that he knew the breeze, he aimed for the left goal post, and it just sailed beautifully to the right.
Certainly did. Umpire Jared Simmons throws it up, plays around the football, not coming out yet. Patler's fighting in hard, and now we'll have a ball up. I reckon all of the centre clearances we've had, haven't been clearances at all, because it's just gone straight to another ball up. You had to get one out to the middle, and we will wait again.
A reminder, next week, Interleague.
Interleague. So we'll be back here at Reynella?
We'll be back here at Reynella. We'll be in our broadcast van for 2 games, not 1, but 2 games. But we'll talk about that in a sec, because here's Reynella's best chance for mine. They set it up with Patrick Davies. He goes for the hot spot. Chance for the grab. It's taken. I thought for a sec it might have hung up a tad too long, but Jack Ball had the physical strength to hold off the charging defender.
He was up early, but ended up taking the mark in the air. Played the last 2 weeks in the reserves. Injuries have helped him get his opportunity.
Yeah. First league game this season, having played 18 last year. 2 goals against Noarlunga in what was a pretty big demolition. I think it was 30 goals to 1 in the Bees. But this is the A's. This is a top spot in the A's. For the first goal, he's dobbed it. Made the goal umpire work. But Jack Ball has his first goal, A-grade level for the season. And Winefly Nation can breathe just a little sigh of relief that they haven't got a half goalless, a.k.a. St Kilda on Thursday night.
That is a good point.
Oh, free kick.
Free kick straight out of the middle for Flagstaff Hill.
Now this is the fifth off the ball free kick
It is.
that Flagstaff Hill have got. It's not two-way. This is Reynella giving all these away.
So Chef can take it inside 50 straight from the centre. First centre clearance all day. Comes from a free kick and mark is taken.
And one of those downfield frees led to Flagstaff's first goal. Reynella have it, and Nichols.
Good ball, Lee. Good movement, Paulie.
Nichols has had a fair amount of it so far.
Yeah, he's been busy.
Along the inner wing, mark's taken. So this is McGuinness's game. He holds a very prestigious honour, McGuinness. Kicked the first goal of the season for Reynella. Would like that option back, though. Rosman inside, 50, not quite. Mark's taken, though.
Well,
This is our man,
bit of a
Darcy Mitchell.
mismatch. Bird versus Nichols.
Mitchell deep inside forward 50. Players went up. No one could quite hold the mark. In the end, Hibbert gets the handball away just in the nick of time. Kick forward. Aldridge. Bouncing ball. Darcy Mitchell can have a snapper goal. And it's gotten through. Second goal to the Falcons. All that work Reynella did. Almost the entire half to get a goal. And Flagstaff respond straight away.
Well, Darcy Mitchell's been a great recruit coming over in 2024 from the Glenunga Rams. Played all 20 games last year, has played all 7 games this year coming in. 7 games, 6 best and fairest. It's like, and by that we're talking about each week a team names 5 or 6 players, goes and plays HQ as the best. He's been in that 6 times out of 7. Second goal on the season, and we've got ourselves, is that a game high lead? 3-6-24 to 1-4-10, 14-point margin.
It would be a game high lead.
Maybe equal game high, I think.
Equal game high lead, Phil says. Umpire's throwing the ball back up. Centre clearance. Can't quite come as of yet. We'll hold it up there. The tackle came through Josh Viney. Just his 6th A-grade game, Josh Viney. Good fist. Plays around the football. Couldn't get a handball, but instead he gets a kick. That'll work out nicely. But Flagstaff can pounce. Out towards the inner wing. Had it been lost at Wildman. And he lost it again, but the umpire puts the whistles away. In the end, knocked over the line. And we'll have a throw-in right below our hats.
Yeah, we do thank our Southern Footy League sponsors. Want to recognise them. Air Diffusion Australia, they sponsor everything. So Cloudly Web Design, SA Landscape Supplies, Master Plumbing Association of SA, Belgravia Apparel, the PW Collection, Dartfish, Youth and Sports Foundation, Flurio Milk Company, Paladin Sports, Sharon Sports Centre, and All Frames and Mirrors. Great to see the Southern Footy League so well supported in 2026.
Umpires paid a push from Smith, and now the mark's taken in defence. So Reynella had a free kick after that boundary throw, and in the end the Falcons can take it away. Hibbert along the inner end. He's got Nishki for company. And now there's a 2-on-1. That's going to work out well for the Wineflies. Lawley in the middle. Options are plenty. Decides to go forward. He's got a man rein at the football. Can't quite hold it. And the Crummer can get away from it. They scream at the umpire holding the ball. So in the end, the sun is playing havoc out there at the moment as the clouds come in, but there's still enough sun to cause some mystery. This is Wildman, I believe, in defence.
Yep. Unless he's got a compatriot with the same headband. Right in front of us here, Ollie Riddle, Phil Hearn, bringing you the game of the week. Kick forward by McCormick. And despite the wishes to have Patterson caught on the ball, it'll be the umpires. 23 and a half gone of a low-scoring, top-of-the-table clash. Not sure if it was 15, neither was Copley, so he just took it and took off into the pocket. Is it a chance for ball by the boundary? He's got the ball by the boundary, and he kicks it straight at the goal umpire. And Reynella have their second and stay in touch. Jack Ball has both of the Wineflies goals thus far. As we do have... Josh has got his wish.
He's finally got to see the
Scoreboard in action. Reynella 2-4-16, trailing the Falcons 3-6-24.
So finally they get some real purchase going forward. That was exciting there. The move from Copley inside 50. Bull just kept running. He had no one in front of him, so just kept running.
Yeah. Backed himself and then had a shot from pretty much can't miss range as long as it hits the right side of the boot. If it doesn't, it goes back into the field of play. 24 and a half gone. You've had a 5-goal quarter, Ollie.
I know, and I'm having to fix my own scoreboard too. It was so exciting that first quarter. I didn't even have to touch the scoreboard. Now it's getting all sorts of work being done as we'll hold up the play for a moment. McCormick was tackled. 16 plays 24. Flagstaff Hill, whom I tipped, Phil, just mentioning, and you went for Reynella.
I did. Well, that's because I do the, spoiler, the preview section is filmed either late Wednesday night or crack of dawn Thursday before I've seen the teams. And still back Reynella based on what I knew then. But how's that for a lace-out kick? Bunworth to Smith. Smith saying, where are my leaders? Where's my movement? Oh, you're not leading for me? Well, sorry, coach, I'm not going to pass. I'm just going to have a shot for goal. I tried.
He tried. So he's already missed 3 goals, I believe. 3 points.
Yeah, and this is a low percentage shot. But he's got to aim for the left goal post and let the breeze take it back.
We'll see how he goes.
From 40. He might be close on this occasion. I'll tell you what, he's spot on. So Smith is on the goal kickers list with his 17th for the season. And now it's a goal-for-goal kind of footy game. 6 goals for the quarter. And I reckon the 6 have come like in about the last 15 minutes of play.
They have come in the last 15 minutes of play. He's actually done really well, Smith, against Aldinga, but not just the bottom teams as well. He kicked 4 goals against the Sharks and backed it up against Happy Valley with 4 there too. He's had already 4 shots today. Unfortunately for him, only put 1 in at the moment.
And he took a cracking mark against Happy Valley. And to be honest, had Flagstaff Hill have won, spoiler, he probably would have got the beanie and the Archies.
If people can cast their minds back to probably the game of the season we had, and after the siren shot it was. Ball back in the middle. Smith, kick forward. Players couldn't quite get to it to take the mark. That was Mitchell. Now he'll get it on the handball. Look at the turn. It's Aldridge. And how's the kick? It's going all the way out. In fact, it's not going to score at all.
Aldridge just needed 1 more, or maybe 2 more steps, or else I've been wrong-footed, to settle himself. And then that could have been all sorts of trouble for Reynella. Dodged a bullet there, I reckon, the line flies.
I reckon you're probably right.
But it is the halftime siren, and we feel energised as the score starts to tick over a bit.
Finally.
That quarter, Flagstaff kicked 4 goals, 1 after 5 behinds. Amazing what you do if they're a bit straighter. Maybe the address I talked about was shared and they took on board.
You've got to focus on the white
The
goalposts.
white ones. Meanwhile, Reynella got on the board after 3 behinds. They kicked 2-1. So the goal kicking's improved. The scoreboard's off and running. But Flagstaff, handy 14-point lead at halftime.
Handy indeed. Aldridge has a couple. Bull's got a couple, as well as Darcy Mitchell, or actually pronounced Darcy Mitchell, as well as Samuel Smith.
Alrighty, we'll take a break. Hope you're enjoying this one, the game of the week. Thanks to our main sponsor, Air Diffusion Australia, your one-stop air conditioning trade centre. This is the Southern Football League, thanks to Filming Footy. You got to be going at the start.
Yeah?
Okay, so
Oh, yeah, that's all right. That's all right.
usually it's 3 or 4 minutes.
Yeah, that's fine.
So Josh lets me know. Welcome back, Reynella Oval. The Wine Flyers are back on the field. Top of the table clash thanks to Filming Footy, our weekly sponsor at Diffusion Australia. It's the Wine Flyers 2-4-16 trailing Flagstaff Hill 4-6-30. Speaking of sponsors, Pro Build Australia is part of that. It all comes together because Jared Lever from Pro Build Australia and the footy manager Reynella joins us.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Wearing many hats. How have you found the day?
Yeah, look, I think it was, as per when we play this team, Flagstaff Hill, it's always a tight tussle. There's never many goals scored, and yeah, it's probably the team who's in front at the end of the siren is the winner. So, look, for us, we're obviously missing a few players today, but probably the tall timber down forward. So we're throwing a few things around, and I think probably from our perspective, we're sort of letting ourselves down in sort of half forward area, giving away silly free kicks and that sort of thing, which is probably hurting us at the moment. So we're looking to clean that up and get some more score on the board in the second half.
Yeah, obviously, someone walked under a ladder with the injuries that you've had just in recent times, but fair to say most of them, it's just the next few weeks. Round 12, 13, everyone should be back.
Correct. Nothing
Fingers
real
crossed.
long-term, fingers crossed. But yeah, I suppose it happens this time of year, doesn't it? And that's why we work so hard to get the wins on the board up until now, and because we know eventually injuries are going to come, and it's a bit of luck as well, isn't it?
And season so far, have you had a chance to take a breath yet?
No, not yet. That normally comes with the association bye, but
Not this time.
There's been plenty of work done. The guys have done a mountain of work pre-season, then rolling into the year, and as you guys have seen, we've been quite successful thus far. So it really comes down to the hard work that the team's put in, and full credit to them for sure.
So Interleague next week at Reynella. When was the last time it was here?
I don't even know if it has been here actually. Like one of the issues that we have here at Reynella, as you look out, there's no fence blocking off the public from coming in.
Yep.
So sort of hampers us from having finals and stuff like that. So it's the first time we're going to have a fence put around the whole oval, and we're going to have the game here. So we're really looking forward to it. Our volunteers and committee members are really put their heads down and helping out to get it all ready, and it's going to be a huge weekend for the club, that's for sure.
10:15, 5 games. I think the women's about 2:15 and the men's 4:45.
That's right, yep.
Plenty of stuff happening there. And, of course, you're also with Pro Build Australia, one of our great sponsors. So thank you for that. How's business doing?
Yeah, really well. No, we're going well. We're a insurance building company, so we specialise in insurance repairs and insurable repairs. So yeah, it keeps us busy. That's for sure.
I've seen the weather forecast.
Yeah, so we sort of like get a little bit excited when the weather gets like this, but
there's going to be a storm.
That's right.
There's going to be carnage.
As long as no one gets hurt, of course. But everything's going well there for sure.
And we certainly thank you for that. And just putting on your footy hat back for a sec, what are Reynella got to do in the second half?
Oh, look, I think we just got to be a bit cleaner with the ball. We got to, be a bit braver as well. I think we're sort of holding back a little bit at the moment, but it probably comes with the great team that Flagstaff is year after year. But yeah, I think we just got to be a bit braver in the ball. Look for us to come in board and try and run forward and get a bit of link handball going. And you see our quicks get on the outside of it and hopefully get a few goals.
Well, Jared Lever, thank you so much for giving us these wonderful facilities and your business supporting us through the season, and good luck with this game next week, and we'll talk to you as the year progresses.
All right, thanks guys. Thanks for having me.
Jared Lever from Pro Build Australia for all your renovation repairs, and also footy manager here at the Wine Flies. Third quarter underway. You're with Ollie Riddle.
Certainly are. We are certainly underway as well. Umpire Jared Sinister is going to wait before he gives a ball up. Lots have been happening there. Good interview. Well done, Phil. As we get our second half underway, the lights have come back on too.
Might need them, I think. It's getting a tad overcast.
A tad overcast, you say. Free kick here to Flagstaff Hill. Inside forward 50, they will go. And look at that. The mark, fantastic timing. Just what the Falcons wanted.
You're going to be right behind it. You're filming footy team. Phil Hurd and Ollie Riddle and Josh on camera. Got a halftime score from the Emus, who've kicked 2 behinds. Happy Valley have kicked 13-7, 85 and 83-point lead to the Vikings.
He kicked 20 goals last year. Mason Carney kicked 9 already in 2026. And that one may be coming back. Hits the post. The almost moment. It faded right and then just pushed its way back straight into the woodwork.
I think rode the roller coaster with that one. It was like, oh, not a hope. Oh, it's coming back. Oh, no, it didn't.
4-7, 31, plays 2-4, 16. Flagstaff leading so far. And, of course, I tipped him, Phil.
You did. And we've
I'm
still got a
gonna let you
half to go.
Yes, you're right, we are only halfway. Mark was taken by McGuinness. He's going to go back in that same direction, across ground. Never kick across ground, they say. Berg couldn't quite hold it. In the end, the boundary line wins. Minute in.
All right. Interesting 90 seconds so far. I can tell you it's interesting down at Aldinga. The Sharks and the Saints, 1 win each. It's Christie's Beach 5-5-35. Aldinga 5-3-33. That is early stages, about 6 minutes into the third quarter at Aldinga.
Have another crack at that boundary throwing.
Yeah, they've got the young lad back there again.
Good opportunity for these young umpires to get a taste of senior football as the boundary umpire too.
Well, it's probably the most physical thing you have to do now because we got rid of the bounce, which I think, as sad as it is certainly makes umpiring easier. What were you like as a bouncer, Ollie?
I've never bounced it in my life, but although I would love to have learned the skills as McCormick tries to find a player. Hibbard running in the end, the boundary line just underneath the scoreboard wins out there. Person who's going to kick it back is Daniel Whitaker. Also had a couple of players missing as well. One of them was Daniel Rosa, who's not playing again for Reynella.
Yep.
He's also out, as well as Bradley Potter, Bailey Marshman, Tyler Davies, Liam Delahunty. Plenty of players missing today. Blake Rodriguez, another. 1-2 nicely. Whitaker, in the end, has to lay a tackle as well. Copley. This is Pat Worth. Flagstaff surging the ball back inside 50. No one can quite hold on to it as of yet. Players around the football. In fact, the umpire will wait before he balls it up.
All right, it's dark in the pocket. Flagstaff Hill have done well to bottle it up. It hasn't gone Renella's side of centre yet for the first 3 minutes, but Flaggy's yet to get a goal out of it. It sort of looks a little misty through the binoculars, and I reckon that might be, unfortunately for Josh, I reckon you might be having some rain on its way.
Don't say that.
Reynella have it.
Don't use the R word.
Yeah, I've seen more rain than I want to think of in the last couple of weeks. Talon Copley, he's taken down. Ball spills free. Escapes momentarily, and now we've got a free kick. It will go the way of Reynella. It will be with Josh Viney, pretty much in the alternate T-saucer.
T-saucer?
I like to call the centre circles.
Why would they be a T-saucer?
Because we've got the inner circle and the outer circle. You ever seen a T-saucer?
No.
Okay. You call the footy, I'll Google a T-saucer for you.
All right, ball's out on the outer wing. Very excited about my T-saucer. Very excited. Believe this is McCormick. No, Wildman. I take it all back. Mark in front of the old scoreboard. I tell you what, Phil, I'd love if they were to still count on the old scoreboard as well as the new one.
Have scoreboard versus scoreboard.
Scoreboard versus scoreboard plus our scoreboard as well. Could have 3 different scores entirely. Viney in underneath it. Players surround the football. No one can quite get out. In the end, umpire David Curran waits and waits before he says a ball up. Have we got it up in front of me? I forgot what it's called now.
A T-saucer.
A T-saucer. Right, so it's got a little circle in the middle and then the bigger circle around.
Correct.
Well, that is fascinating. 1950s Golden Girls sort of stuff. Ball up. 40 minutes out from the Falcons' goal. Already kicked 4 today. But like a couple, it's been a low-scoring affair so far. Very low-scoring in the first quarter.
How many goals do you reckon will win this?
7 or 8.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Well, that's double what it is now.
Double
We're
now
just
would be
after
about
half-time.
right.
So waiting for a couple of interchanges. Not really sure what the go is. Shot. They call him Stoney. In the end, he hits the post.
2 posters for Flagstaff in
That's
the space
McCormick.
of, 3 minutes? They have a game-high 16-point lead. Could be even more. Reynella, at the moment, it's about getting at their side of centre. It's with Nichols. He's got an open play here. and Lucas Gordon. He has time to set up, bring it down the broadcast wing, sets it up with Reed. He's a fair way out of his main defence, and Reed has coughed it up. Grayson intercepts it in the main centre circle. He's got a runner now from the edge of the centre square to Smith in the scoreboard pocket.
He's been lively today, Samuel Smith.
Yeah.
Always played on.
Snaps and goals. He's got 2. Flagstaff Hill have 5. 5-8-38. Reynella 2-4-16. The margin now, a game high 22 points. And in this kind of game, maybe in these kind of conditions, that's a big buffer.
It is a huge buffer. And again, I'm going to say it. You tip Reynella, I tip Flagstaff Hill. I'm going to keep on saying it.
Do you go in any other tipping competitions?
I stopped doing tipping competition. It just got too easy. I felt sorry for him, is what I did. I felt really sorry for him.
Remind me next year that we need to have amongst the 3 of us and the other camera crew that go out, we've got to do a SFL tipping comp. But we're back in the middle, and Reynella have work to do.
16 plays 38. 2 goals to 5. Flagstaff's way. Beautiful tap down Mitchell. McCormick. Dylan McCormick, that is. Punch from the back. That was nicely done by Bird. In the end, Reed. They've got to work it out. The one flies. Mark's taken. This is Gordon, who takes off 2 along the inner end. Right in front of us, Mark is taken. Kirkland slows it down. Had a couple of games for South Adelaide last year. And their reserves too, Kirkland. Lawley inside 50. How's it going to drop? They get to the contest. Mark's being taken. It's an intercept one as well. Heading the way of the Falcons.
This is the first inside 50 Reynella have had. Flagstaff have done very well to bottle it when they had it in their area. Can Reynella do the same? Doesn't look like it on initial viewings. They're working it on a beautiful 1-2 combination. That's Wildman. I know that headband anywhere. Except I think he's dobbed out of bounds. Was it touched? I reckon it was. Yes, it will be. Throw in. Just the Falcons. They're gaining meterage by the minute here.
Clouds are certainly starting to roll through as well. Dark ones as well.
Glad these lights are on. That's a beautiful move by Grayson to get out of trouble. Frees open Falcon to send it inside 50. Now it's a race for pace. One needs to shepherd, one needs to get for Flagstaff. In the end, they both chase. They still win the ball. Now they've got a player in open space in Hibbert. Hibbert's little pass finds the target. And it's Cameron Blake. Now, I suspect Ollie, based on what I've seen, kicks of this distance to this end, I think he's too far out to score.
Played for the Falcons since 2022. Before that, he played for Keith. Have you ever visited Keith?
Keith, not Lockie Neal. There was a Glenelg player came from Keith. I visited Keith. Very much a road transit stop on the Highway 8.
Well, Cameron Blake comes in that area. And now for Flagstaff Hills, it just shapes to the left. It's a minus score for him.
Lewis Hender was the Glenelg North Adelaide player who came from Keith, which is in the southeast in the Bays Territory. On to Kirkland. They're going to go straight up the middle here. And they got half a chance as Lawley was tackled, still moved it on. Weaving his way well through traffic was Scotland. Now they've got it to Papworth. One more and they've got a chance. It's got to sit. They've got the overlap. Oh, and it's been butchered. Jack Ball had a third goal beckoning, or a teammate to his left. In the end, chose neither. 2-6 is the score. They trail by 21 points. Or is it 2-5?
2-5.
That's a quick scoreboard.
Very quick scoreboard. But that was his moment, Jake Ball. Already kicked 2 today, as you said. Actually been one of the highlights up forward for Reynella, who are missing some big keys down there. Big keys indeed, with Delahunty, Potter, and of course Marshman, who kicked 89 goals last year.
This is Reynella. They've kicked 11, 16, 11, 21, 15 and 17 goals.
Only
now
2
they've
so
got
far
2.
today. But Delahunty would kick triple the amount of score on his own than what the whole team's got, unfortunately. Ball's being thrown up. Stanford doing the ruck work for the Wine Flyers. In the end, we're going to have another go.
This is not the worst thing for Reynella to be put in this situation of, okay, you don't have your stars up forward. Is everybody going to step up?
It's a wet day too, so you don't need all these tall men.
That did go out of bounds off the kick. First one we've had on this side, I think. But then they're a little hard to see. Flagstaff ball. You can see a few Flagstaff fans there on the back of the various utes and trucks and etc. Reed's got 3 to beat, couldn't do it on that occasion. Stanford's tackle, and this time not quite enough. Bit of slipping and sliding, but getting in the way is Daniel Whitaker. Thought about going across field, goes with a short kick in front of us. Spots up Carlisle.
Could almost stick your arm outside the box and wave to the camera, Phil.
Any closer, we'd need players' insurance. I want to speak softly so Carlisle doesn't think we want him to kick it to us. Soccer off the ground by Stone. That's going to be a kick in danger, I reckon. Yep, Flagstaff free. So they're getting a few inside 50s now, Reynella, but just no structure.
Yeah, I agree. No structure at the moment. Flagstaff Hill have been clinical too. They've had a lot of nice movements, really good ball movements, especially in that second quarter when things started to really tick along as we'll have a boundary throwing right in front of our cameraman, Josh.
Who's doing a stellar job, watching the game out front and probably watching the skies behind him, see what's coming up. I can tell you at Aldinga, 18 minutes gone of the third, it is all tied up between the Sharks and the Saints. I reckon the team that would most love a draw would be Cove.
Yes, I agree.
Nichols, the clearance. Nitschke, the don't argue. Coakley, the pressure kick back to Nitschke, except missed the target. It's just hot footy in the middle, and Nitschke goes with a slam swing. Free kick going the way of Faisal, one of the 2 ends for Flagstaff Hill this afternoon.
Kicks marked right in front of Josh again. We'll handle back to Faisal. Now they want to go inside 50, they do. Reed slips over. Good opportunity for Aldridge. Snaps around the body, left foot, gets all the way to the back. Hibbert's opportunity. How's the roll? It rolls to the right. In fact, I think it's gone through. It has. The slowest roll you will ever see, but it's the 6th goal and the first for Kobe Hibbert.
Hibbert, 5th goal for the season at A's. He kicked 11 and 3 goals in the Bs. 40 in the Bs last year from 16 games. Mainly for Flagstaff Hill. Although I do note, if you go back through the Player HQ stats, a lot of them play 1 or 2 games with other clubs. It must be the other club is short on numbers and needs someone to swap over. In this case, he played 2, I think, for Morford Vale back in the under-17s days. What do we got here? Not a 6. Okay, now we're set to go again. That's a timekeeper's thing. 14 and a half gone. 6-9-45, 2-5-17. So it really has been Flagstaff Hill's quarter. And I'll happily take the stoppage here.
So it was a 14-point lead at halftime. It's now 4 goals, which 4 sixes are 24, plus 4 is 28 points. They've extended the margin, and they've only kicked 2 goals so far in yellow. They're going to have to at least kick 4 to level it up, if not 5 or 6. Plus the rain is starting to, hasn't set in yet, but the clouds are menacing. This is tricky weather, I would assume. I say assume because I'm not out there. We're comfy and cozy in our box. As Reynella surge forward. No one can quite hold their mark, and in the end it's knocked over the line. High five from Tyler Warren, who's played over 300 games for Flagstaff Hill across all the grades, every single one of them.
All the grades.
You name a grade, him and Tristan Smith have both played in them. Except for maybe 17 girls.
They're going to... Oh, no, Wildman was... There might have been a throw in that quick movement, yeah. It's going to be Patworth with the shot on goal.
This is almost a must kick.
Getting close. Let me just say Reynella need the next one.
Reynella need the next 2 or 3,
Yeah.
I reckon.
Patworth kicked the goal last week, 6 for the season. 50th A grade game. He has one in his 50th. He becomes the second Reynella goal scorer after Jack Ball has 2. And with that, fireworks! We've got fireworks
Keep going, keep
on the
going.
scoreboard.
Fireworks on the scoreboard. And Josh, our cameraman, has missed it.
Well,
He's been waiting the whole time to see it.
Because Reynella have kicked the goal to the non-scoreboard end. We'll just have to hope Reynella can bag a couple down that end in the final quarter. And every time I look towards that scoreboard, Josh, it looks menacing. Not the scoreboard, but the sky behind.
Well, it depends who you support.
True.
45 plays 23. His ball is back in the middle with our umpire, David Curran. Set to throw her up as we get away. Again, boundary umpires in place. Players ready for their 6-6-6, and we are underway. Reynella probably need another one after that Patworth goal. And they surge forward. This is a nice kick from a man playing another 50th game. Lawley all the way out the back, Samar. Just what the doctor ordered.
Yeah, back-to-back goals, as you requested.
Not quite sure which player this is. He'll turn around in a moment. No, he won't. Yes, he will.
16, I think.
That is Jake Ball, who's played in the last 2 weeks in the reserves, going for goal number 3. Could have had 3 already, but he missed a shocker in the goal
He
square.
needs to make up for that one.
Lining up, 35 out. Slide angle. The
Long
coaches
runner.
below us are really pumping him up, so it must be a good kick ball. As the rain comes down, he's popped it through. He's kicked his 3rd. Reynella back-to-back goals, and suddenly the margin has been cut all the way down to 11 plus 5 is 16.
There you have the Sporters scoreboard,
Stick it up. Good Lord.
providing endless entertainment for those here. Rain starting to come down with a bit of gusto.
Well, I was just noticing a few minutes ago the clouds got a lot darker. That's generally a telling sign.
And Reynella have got back in touch just an extent. Now it's sheeting down. 4-5-29, 6-9, 45, 16-point margin.
Go against his ass. Go against his ass.
I've seen worse rain than this.
Yeah, it's
This is medium to light.
medium to light. Well, didn't you say you got hail on this morning?
I was about 30 seconds of hail when I was doing my umpiring the under-13s this morning, which was not pretty. But apart from that, it was okay. So I can't complain too much. Ball's back into the middle. Players around the football. I've got a bit of rain to deal with, which is not good for Reynella, who've just got to run on here, but still have a couple more goals to kick before they're back in touch with Flagstaff Hill. Dylan McCormick, our timekeeper from a few weeks ago, rated him the best McCormick. The spiral of a kick all the way out towards Aldridge. He's got to take his time to pick it up. And now Reynella dive on the football too. What's the umpire say about that? Says my ball.
Josh, I hope you're okay, mate.
The rain is certainly coming down. Umpire throws it back up. Papworth, kick out towards the outer wing, but she'll be coming back. Mark from Wildman. Takes his time before booting it back inside 50. Now does. Back exactly where it came. Near the boundary. Going to drop short with the wind. Mark wasn't taken. In fact, the ball's rolled over the line instead.
So that's the win that Flagstaff Hill are coming home with in the final quarter, with a 16-point buffer in what will be muddy, wet, slippery conditions. So, as much as Reynella have got back into it with 2 goals, the rain almost extends the margin without changing the scoreboard.
Just had a look at our flag, which is missing.
Well, either got ripped off or taken down, I'm assuming the latter.
So
I hope the latter.
our telling sign of the wind is now gone.
Yeah.
It's packed up shop, got too wet for the Australian
I
flag.
think we can tell the wind by the way the rain's going.
Well, I did think about that, but decided not to let everyone know of my commentary mistake, but you're more than happy to.
Sorry?
Ball's being thrown up. You've got your heads in the cloud. 2-on-1 here. Flagstaff can cut off and run. This is Rosman, who just goes straight into traffic. He did. That was Patrick Davies, who's one of the few B-grade players who've come up today, but I think have well and truly deserved their opportunity. Yeah, he's been really, really good.
One lucky player will get the Archies and the iconic Dartfish beanie at game's end. They'd really want the beanie. It might be the first time we've done a game so far this year, where they'd really like the beanie.
Yeah, I think you're right.
And they might need a different pair of boots because the ones they're wearing now would be soaked. 16-point margin into time on. It's been a... how many goals have we kicked this quarter? We've had 4 goals kicked. 2 to Reynella, 2 to Flagstaff. So as you mentioned before, it was Flagstaff by 14 at half-time, 2 points at quarter-time. They've just extended it by 2. And when you've got a buffer, that is all you need to do. They'll get the clearance. End-on-end kick. Oh, just brute strength from Patterson. Escape that hold. Put high. Rain's already here. Nice evasion in the conditions. Kick intercepted. Chat forward by Basil. And he's getting a slap on the back from his teammates. We've got a stoppage. 45 out from the Flaggies goal. One more, I reckon, Ollie, and that might be all she wrote.
Big early call, especially for a man who tipped Reynella. Mitchell saw a tackle without it. Handball came out right wider. Today. Flagstaff will get there first. Overran it, though, was Faisal. Plays around the football. One is Smith. Handball over the head of his teammate. And now the kicking back. Josh could catch it. Josh could almost catch it. In the end, it's knocked just straight over.
I feel they did their best to tap it right at him. There's Josh. You can see his scaffold there. Josh, just wave to us in front of the camera. Tell us you're okay. Give us a thumbs up.
No, he's not okay.
He's not right.
Ball thrown back in. Mitchell knocks it all the way forward. Got a lovely rainbow behind Patterson, who's just going to try and keep it in. In fact, it heads on over. Beautiful rainbow there. See?
It's a lovely rainbow.
Horrible day, but the rainbow comes out. Everything's all good.
I reckon that's a pot of gold not far from my pizza store.
Which pizza store is that?
No, it's not a sponsor.
I tried to catch you out. I thought you might just say it, but no.
Just had them last night, which was very nice.
What sort of pizza?
I had a Mexican with some extra cheese.
Mexican? What's your thoughts on pineapple on pizza?
Yeah, no problem.
No problem, I agree. Wildman Soccer umpire says play on. I thought it was kicking in danger. Players did too as his head slammed into the turf.
Spoiler, I did used to manage a pizza store.
Did you?
Yep. In Adelaide. Delivery driver, a chain called Pizza Haven. Way back.
So players halted again for another ball up. Umpire Jared Simister, who's umpired about 3 weeks in a row for us.
Yeah, I'll share more with you in our 5th quarter. Viewers don't want to know. So you wait for something, as expected, the rain's come and the scoring's dried up.
Free kick, heading away Mitchell. Probably the best player against Happy Valley when we saw him. Yeah. In the end, he spotted up his teammate. You can have a crack here. 45 out. This is Rosman.
There's no way in God's green earth he's going to kick that distance.
Well, we could almost shout out from here and tell him. Tell him to go for the top. It's his 3rd A-grade game of the year. Played 16 of them last year.
He thinks he can.
Joshua Rosman. Gotta hope he puts it through. Nice looking kick. It may fade a little left. Players underneath it all the way to the goal line. You got a little nervous there, Phil.
Briefly. As soon as I saw the rucks go up, I think, yeah, I'll be right. I mean, great kick in the conditions.
6'10", 46, plays 4'5", 29.
Yeah. And Flagstaff Hill are actually doing what they need to. I mean, if they can score, that's a bonus. But what they're doing is they're stopping Reynella using the breeze to do anything about this deficit, which stands at 17 points. 25 and a half gone in a 4-goal quarter. They've got the ball. They might use a bit of time here. Get to 3-quarter time with the lead, and then the wind at their backs to come home. Plenty of people inside the forward 50 arc. Hibbert, I'm not sure he took the ball cleanly before being tackled.
I would have paid that one.
Well, not too far from three-quarter time. 26 minutes gone. There's probably 20 of the 36 inside the 50-metre arc. Reynella get the clearance courtesy of McGuinness.
Well marked.
That's a stellar mark. Is that Patterson?
Does he have the journey from there?
No.
I don't think he can walk,
No,
let
I don't
alone
think
kick.
he can't. He can't kick that distance on a couple of. And I shouldn't laugh because he's done himself a bit of an injury.
Grayson's
I'll tell you
gonna
what,
have a
there's
crack.
someone who said, "Yeah, I'm going to have a crack."
Grayson from downtown and in the end kicks it into the car park. Nice effort. All for nothing, though.
Yeah, you got to have a crack. Three-quarter time here at Reynella as the sun comes back out. There you go. Just a passing shower. Flagstaff 6-10-46, leading Reynella 4-5-29. The Falcons a 17-point buffer and the wind at their backs to come home. If they get up, they will be on top of the Southern Footy League ladder. We'll be back with all that. Phil Hurden, Ollie Riddle and Josh on camera. Thanks to our sponsor, Air Diffusion Australia. You're watching the Southern Football League. Thanks to Filming Footy. Do you have anything in your bag of tricks? Welcome back, Reynella Oval. Thanks to our weekly Game of the Week sponsor, Air Diffusion Australia, your one-stop air conditioning trade centre. We're here at top of the table clash, the Wineflies and the Falcons, and it's the Falcons, 6-10-46, leading Reynella 4-5-29. We've got a couple of scores around the grounds. We've got one, Aldinga, 3 minutes into the final quarter, lead Christie's Beach by 7 points. Both those teams on one win. The Sharks 6-6-42, the Saints 5-5-35. It was Happy Valley by the length of the straight, i.e. about 13 goals at half time against Morphett Vale. We do not know what's happening between Cove and Ironbank Sherry Gardens. Your thoughts just on the third quarter, Ollie?
I thought the third quarter was very lively from Reynella in patches, but Flagstaff feel just a better opposition today. They are probably the best team they've played all year, at least in the last 6 weeks, I would say. And they're doing a bit of a number around the centre of the ground, I think, on Reynella. Their ball movement, their transition has been really, really impressive. Unfortunately, I think the Wine Floods are going to go down.
Yeah, it's going to be quite the comeback, given that they'll need 3 goals and they've only kicked 4 so far in the first 3 quarters.
Against the wind. Against
the wind, that whilst the rain's gone momentarily, the ground is now soggy and the wind still looks pretty strong. Do want to thank our broadcast sponsors, our major sponsors, ProBuild Australia. Thanks, Jared Lever, for the setup here today. Air Diffusion Australia, as mentioned, also the weekly sponsor. The Aussie Inn at Hackham, the Christie's Beach Hotel, all part of the RD Jones Group. And, of course, the Man & Co Real Estate, along with Dartfish Live Stats, the Sportal Scoreboard, Classic Clashes, UTF Trailers, Archie's Footwear, and, of course, it's all on Filming Footy. Final quarter of our game of the week from Reynella, trailing by 17. Here we go with Ollie Riddle.
6-10-46, plays 4-5-29, Flagstaff's way. Stanford in the rack, taps it forward. Lawley around the football. Sort of says he's half held, can't get the football. In fact, the Falcons, and look at the man at the back, but he slips from half moment in the end for the Falcons. But now they can surge forward. Waits, Campbell moves it on, McCormick, inside 50 they go, and look at that from Smith. Touch, says the umpire. Play goes on. Snap around the body. Minor score coming from Cameron Brown.
All right, just the start Flagstaff wanted. I think they're really just a goal away from putting this one to bed with some undeniable momentum. And then for Flagstaff, they get a few weeks off because they have the interleague game next week. We'll talk about that in a sec. And then they've got the bye next week. Because that kick was that intercepted by Brown. Nichols has stolen it off him. And somehow Reynella got out of that. The kick looking for a flying Scotland, and that's what he's got the mark. Now they kick another one, and okay, they're back to within a 2-goal margin. It's a straight 8 goals, or to be more accurate, 2 goals, 6 between these sides at the moment. As it's a stoppage. So next week starts at 10:15. All games will be streamed. The last 2 will be commentated. The under-15 boys, the Southern Footy League and the Great Southern Footy League playing for the Panthers Shield. 11:40, the Katrine Hilliard Cup, under-17 girls. The under-17 and a half boys playing for the Greg Whittlesey Shield at 1:05. Ollie and I will join you for commentary for the women's interleague game for the Jan Bache Cup. That's at 2:50. And then the A-grade game, the Barry Pillmore Cup, 4:25. So we're going to be calling some nighttime footy next week right here from Reynella, Ollie.
Well, we've had a bit of a check out of the lights at the moment. Doing all right, so we'll see how they go next week. But yeah, we're looking forward to the Southern Football League taking on the Great Southern. Plenty of games all the way from the 13 boys up towards the seniors. As Grayson can't quite pick it up first time. Reynella have the numbers. This is McGuinness. Kick was a beautiful one right in front of us. They'll get off and away through Lawley. In the end, the kick really didn't go very far at all. Flagstaff have the ball now right in front of Josh, our cameraman. Patterson off the deck. Didn't really time it at all. Reed, who's had a good game in defence. Good first half as well. And now the kick coming from Carlisle all the way at the back. It's been a mark. This is Scotland.
So Reynella.
Oh, the 25 metres being called. He got too close to the mark. Didn't play on. This is Alex Lawley in his 50th. So Lawley, right in the centre of the ground. Kicks inside 50. A lot of players fell over. Timekeeper screams to nothing, and he's right. Darcy Mitchell, all on his own there, just took the mark. And how's the kick? Pretty good. Straight down the middle goes Chef. 1-on-1 contest. Can't quite hold the mark. Smith had the front spot too. Diving through with a nice tackle. Umpire says to throw. So this is Smith's opportunity. 60 metres out. Short ball is a good one. Mark's taken by, I believe, number 15, who is Ethan Wildman, our hairbun man.
It is.
I know it is. I can read the number.
Got potential. Wildman from the 45-metre arc. He looks like he's right against the boundary. 18-point margin. Means Reynella will need 4 goals to win or thereabouts. This would make it 5.
To almost sink them. Wildman has a kick. Pretty spectacular. And maybe it's just a bridge too far for the Wineflies.
Ethan Wildman's second goal for the season was goalless in 5 games last year. I think his league debut was 2021. A bit hard to tell because of the way that Play HQ was formalised. Just said 2020 played for Flagstaff, but didn't say what grade. I reckon that's it, Ollie. I reckon we can start looking ahead to the interleague next week. It'll be an interesting thing. The coaching staff for the men is going to be Brendan McKeough, the Reynella coach, Milo. He's going to be joined by Brian Hereda from Christie's Beach, Adam Hartlett from Port Noarlunga, Matt Pethick from Cove.
Pretty much all of them.
So, be fascinated how those men who sort of plot how to beat each other week on week come together for a common cause. We're going to have Mark Boholm as well, the ex-Eagles ruckman, will turn the runner as that heads out of bounds. Dale Wilson from Cove will be the senior women's coach, assisted by Sally Fuller from Reynella. Dave Egan from Cove will do the under-17.5 boys. Dana O'Brien from Cove will be the under-17 girls. And Rob Bollenhagen will be coaching the under-15 boys. Good luck to all of them, their assistants and the crew that, well, they could take a long weekend off, but they dedicate it to some representative footy. Great to see.
Nichols picks it up. Avoids a flying shot from the Falcons. Just fists it straight out there. Works it nicely to Souter. One of the few experienced Reynella players not on the injury list. Can't quite take that mark down the line for the Wineflies. Flazer was out there. Lawley's underneath it all. In the end, the ball's going to come out. Nicely done, Davies. This is Papworth. Tries to burst through. In the end, maybe one too many. Gets the handball out. Play on, says the umpire. And he is caught. That's Damon Arnold. And we'll have a ball outstanding on the ground.
Christie's Beach have hit the front against Aldinga, 7-6-48. The Sharks 6-7-43. That game about 12 minutes into the quarter, so they're about 6 minutes ahead of us, so should finish. We should be able to get you a final score from that game.
On the ball.
So back in the middle.
Got some three-quarter time scores from Hallett Cove.
Okay.
Iron Bank 2 goals 3, unfortunately behind to Hallett Cove 15-6.
Wow. And that's 5th versus 6th. So Cove will get a percentage booster. I think the only team that could get them is Christie's. We saw those two play earlier in the year. We might get to see their rematch at Bice Oval later. Based on what Cove have done, not sure Aldinga can win enough games. Not sure that Ironbank on that can win enough games. It's Cove for 5th, unless Christie's can somehow catch them. Speaking of catching, Reynella want to get a goal closer here. They'll get the shot. I reckon this is just in range. Just trying to work out a player here. He's dobbed the kick. And it's... I reckon that's Stanford. Is that the ruckman?
It is Stanford. The big ruckman's kicked the goal. Player went over the mark. Goal was kicked regardless. Reynella really needed that one. It's their 5th goal. They're already 4 goals behind, which isn't a hell of a lot. But in a rained-out game like this one, it does make it a big margin. Played for Reynella since 2014, back in the under-10s, Matthew Stanford. Long time ago, they're big ruckman today. And I think he was also one of the premiership players from a couple of years ago in the victory over the Falcons.
Yeah, just some remnants of premiership success. Success builds success. These two have been in the mix probably for the last decade, if not longer. And even though Flagstaff Hill look like they're going to get the chocolates, despite Stafford's best effort with the kick inside 50, there'll be more battles for these two to fight. And I think Reynella just couldn't get a functioning forward line working.
There's a likely chance these two will be playing off deep into September.
Yeah, they don't need a final somewhere. I'd be surprised. Would need one of them to be minor premiers, I reckon, and the other to go out in straight sets for that to be avoided. Nichols play out. He's probably been one of Reinella's best for mine. I loved his defensive work today, and it's been a day where Reinella's best have been their defenders. Flagstaff keeps barrelling forward, though, despite the best efforts by Scotland. At the bottom of that is Ben Jeffries.
He's playing tomorrow against Kangaroo Island when the Southern Football League take on them.
He's going to be a sore boy by Monday.
In the under-21s, him and Hugo Nash as well,
Yep.
both players for Flagstaff Hill.
Good luck to them, and of course part of that, well, not the under-21s level at least, but will be the SA Country Championships in mid-July, where the KI League, the Southern League and the Great Southern League all come together as Southern Districts, which have had pretty good success in recent times.
That's going to be a real strong side, the three leagues combined.
Yeah, that'll be up at the Barossa Sports Complex, the one just outside of Lyndoch, where they have the gather-round games. There's an oval out the back for the men's and the women's.
So kick forward. Copley was around it. Reynella can keep it moving. Knocked Sawyer. That was a free kick. It's against Pat Worth. He's probably going to take the shot at goal here. Maybe slightly too far out, but you can't knock him to the ground without the footy.
Yeah. He knows he's too far out, so spots up a team. Is that Stafford again?
It is Stafford.
Stanford.
Stanford has really shined in this last quarter.
He's been grand in this final quarter.
The Grand Stanford? Is that your joke? Stanford Grand?
If you think it is.
I don't think it's a joke. Just because you put two things together doesn't necessarily make it a joke. Stanford for his second. That is no joke. He's got his second goal. Reynella have their sixth. A late comeback. Maybe it's on the cards. They're down by 12 points.
As we see the black and white stripes up on the scoreboard. 2 goals.
That's what I just
2
said.
goals. Reynella a half a silly chance. I would have thought Flagstaff with the breeze had all they needed when they kicked the first goal and got 4 majors ahead.
Three goals kicked already. 1 to Blake for the Falcons, 2 for Stanford, helping charge the late comeback. It's not just out of frame yet. Reynella fans scream, holding the ball. The umpire gives it as well. That's the right decision. Ball's coming back all the way here in the centre and now dished out towards the inner wing. Can't quite hold the mark. They want to push on Arnold. In the end, it's going to be a ball up right by the boundary line, facing into the sun. They're faced into the sun, the wind, the cloud, the rain, the rainbows. All the elements today.
Oh, this game was just fading away to a reasonably easy Flagstaff win. It's become interesting. And I guess that's the thing with a low-scoring game. If you can get a couple of goals in a row, you're right back in it.
Yeah, certainly right. Low-scoring games, they look tough to get goals on the board, but if you can get them flowing, suddenly you could even be in front.
Oh!
Umpires picked out the right free kick here.
I was about to say, I think there was about 3 frees in that for Ben Jeffries. I think he was pushed in the back, then he was taken high. On to Bunworth. Just one Bunworth in the side today in Adam.
Yeah, Jake played in the B grade, who unfortunately went down to Reynella.
The 15s went the way of Flagstaff. The other grades so far went the way of Reynella. All pretty comfortably.
But they'll love an A grade win against the top of the table Wine Flights. Flagstaff can take over the top by a game, it'll be.
Well, Flagstaff are coming into this top, but they've only because they played the one more game, so their loss doesn't come into it. And Flagstaff have the bye
next week
in round 8. So
this is round 8.
Round 9. My apologies. Yep.
I'm on it!
Which will be game 8.
Who have Reynella got next week?
They've got a week off, but they do have.
Reynella just had a week off.
No, but their next game
next week I've got a week off, of course.
is in 2 weeks at Ironbank. And at the end of that, you're right, round 9, everyone's played 8 games, and we've had the full round robin series.
We made hard work of that.
We did, didn't we?
Ball's been put inside 4-50 for the Falcons. One could just kill it all. Hibbert's down there, plays around the football, and in the end, the umpire pays holding the ball. You can tell he's going to pay it. That was David Curran there because he just waits and pauses and stops, and then he gives the big decision.
He just wants the cameras just to get the focus properly done.
This is number 23.
Some I see mainly at Sandford over they like to sort of crouch a bit and get ready and bend the knees a bit. So big kick from Flaggies. They've conceded the last 2. They've got that one. I reckon that just might do it.
I reckon you are right. Goal kick for Flagstaff Hill. It's their 8th goal. 8-11, 59 plays, 6-5, 41. 15 minutes gone in this last turn. That'll be it. Flagstaff will go home with the chocolate.
Yeah, Aidan Carney gets his first goal for the season. Player went from the Brighton Bombers juniors to Marion to Edwardstown, a bit of time at South Adelaide in their program, and debuted A-level for Flaggies last year.
Just waiting for the ball to come back now. It's been a hard day for the boundary umpires as he struts in.
Looks like Christie's Beach are going to get the points at Aldinga. They've opened up the biggest lead of the game, I reckon. 17 points, 10-7, 67. Aldinga 7-8, 50. Other reports had Cove and Happy Valley getting some percentage boosters against Ironbank and Morpeth Vale, respectively. Another going forward, trailing by 18, which I think puts us back to where we were at three-quarter time.
It does.
And there's 16 minutes gone to the final quarter, so despite the hope that a couple of goals in a row brought, we're back to where we were. Cameron Blake uses the runner. Kicks inside 50, turnover at half-back. Now Reynella are going to get out of here. Okay. Now they're going to try and set something up. Open field, Kirkland in the middle. The kick got missed. Here come 2 Falcons. That's how you do it. One gets the ball, one lays the shepherd. It was Grayson who got the ball. And Barnworth sent it inside 50 where it rolls out of bounds. Throw in.
So
2 minutes to time on.
Now looking at the Dartfish iconic filming footy beanie as well as our Archie's footwear. It's my job. The sun's come out, so I'll head out and speak to our player of the match.
I was about to say, we might have given you a pass to go into the change rooms and get a photo if it was teeming with rain, but it's not.
Just taking a look at who to give it to, and well, I won't give any names out live on air.
You can give it to the best player. You can give it for a moment, which is what I did with the Happy Valley Flagstaff game. So that debutant ruckman who kicked a great goal from the boundary in Rue Waters. Well, Flagstaff trying to get it forward. Sling tackle, Flagstaff free. One thing I think Reynella will look at this week is some of those extra off-the-ball frees that were given away. Hasn't helped the cause. McCormick's been busy. There's a row as that spills out of bounds. 18 minutes gone on the Sportal scoreboard. Flagstaff 8-11-59, Reynella 6-5-41. This game brought to you by Air Diffusion Australia. We thank them for their great support of the broadcast today, the broadcast through the year, the Southern Football League, and the Wine Flies of Reynella.
Bulls back into play. Right in front of goal for the Falcons. One more goal would be a lovely finish off. In the end, the free kick's heading the way of Carlisle. In defence. Short stabbing pass. Mark's taken. Bodie Souter. And Mark's taken again. This is Patworth. So Reynella moving the ball nicely in defence. They've struggled with their ball movement from half back towards half forward. A lot of quick movement from Flagstaff Hill. Haven't seen a lot of that from Reynella.
Going to be judged a free kick to Olympus. He gets the hand pass on, I think, to Patworth to get some quick movement going, which is what they've got. It's opened up for Ball. Ball's got an open player at the top of the goal square. Should be a gimme goal. It is. Stanford has 3.
Well, I just said I haven't seen a lot of the big ball movement. I just showed a classic example there. Stanford, a late contender for player of the match.
Well, Reynella only have 3 goal kickers, I think, or have I missed one?
1, 2, 3, 4.
Who have I missed?
No, 3 goal kickers, you're right.
Stanford with 3. Ball with 3 or 4?
Ball with 2, 3.
Okay. Patworth got 1.
Patworth's got 1, Ball's got 3, Stanford's got 3. That equals 7.
7. Okay, I haven't missed any. It's been a bit more spread around for Flagstaff. 2 to Smith, 2 to Aldridge. That was early days. Hibbett, Wildman, D'Arcy Mitchell and Aiden Carney all with goals. Time on. We are in.
Ball's back up from our umpire, and away we go again to do battle. Patworth right underneath it. In the end, handball came out. McCormick quite hold that mark. Went for the one-hander. Grayson, umpire says it's mine. And of course, Dylan McCormick was rated as the best McCormick of the 3 brothers when we last saw Flagstaff Hill. Only one playing today.
And the other 2 said, well, okay, stuff you.
We're out of here.
That's not what happened. Makes a good story.
It makes a great story. The advertiser would be printing that. Whitaker got wrapped up there from a couple of plays. One includes Cameron Brown, the late inclusion. And how have you seen Josh Viney's game? Just his 6th A-grade match.
I have a feeling that if there's players to come back, he might go back to the Bs, not being too. I'm just looking at the 6 that have come up. Viney, Whitaker, Arnold, Lawley, Ball. Well, Jack Ball's 3 goals. He's been the spark up forward. Sam Lynchke gives them a bit of grunt. A bit of a physical presence.
Basically, we hope that his parents aren't watching because you didn't really give him much of a pump up, did you?
Well, no, but he's a young kid. No, I mean,
yeah, he's a young kid. He's doing well.
He debuted last year. Just been through the under-16s and under-18s of South Adelaide. Last year he played 5 A-grade games and 8 under-17 and a half games. So what does that mean? He can't be older than 19. Reynella, one of the consistently stronger sides. It's going to take a while to break into regularly. He's doing great in the resis, developing there. If and when some players come back, he'll probably get a chance to continue to develop. I'm not saying he's a bad player. Most players his ages are coming up through the B grade.
That's very true. I take back my question as we have a ball up here on the boundary line. No, I think he's done all right when he's had the ball. So good on him. I'm sure we'll see plenty of him in the future. Nice one-handed take. Really nice from Lucas Gordon.
He's sort of been the man that they go to when they've got to clear it out of defence.
Starting the reserves this year, playing a lot of A-grade games in a row now, 4 in fact. Good on him, and we'll have a ball up centre of the ground as we tick over to 22 and a half minutes. We've seen a couple of goals, so maybe we'll go I'd say 90 seconds more at the most.
Well, you better skedaddle then. You've made your life decisions.
I've made my decision on our player of the match.
Okay.
I'm never confident, but I've made my decision.
Okay.
Just got to find them on the field.
Well, will we have an Oliver's twist? with his choice. We will find out. We got to work on that. There's a beautiful smother on this occasion by Davies. Gives Reynella not a chance to win the game, a chance at a late one. But it's 12 points. It's not. 2 quickies and they tied it.
Wouldn't that be a dramatic finish?
Reynella get the next one. Don't go anywhere, folks. But we are down to the final couple of minutes of this contest. It sits at the forward 50 arc. High kick that won't go the 15. Now is a chance for Flagstaff. Just got out the back of the players. Long kick into space. It won't go out of bounds. It won't be a lasso. It'll be Aldridge if he can keep his feet. Actually done well by Whitaker to put it in space. Wineflies have it. They've got to go the length of the ground to make it interesting. Reed has it. And he's off down the outer side and he's overcooked it. I don't think that was touched. That will be Flagstaff ball. And once they've retrieved it from up on the hill, they should wind down a little bit more clock and put this beyond all reasonable doubt.
So not often do you see the players having to go over the fence to collect the footy.
Hill.
Up the hill, down towards Panlatinga Road.
Yeah.
We take it back inside of 50. One last hurrah for the Falcons. Who's the man? No one can quite take the mark as of yet. Plays around the football. One is Nichols. Copley's done well today, as has Nichols. Some senior players standing up for the Wineflies. Cut off though. Bunsworth. This is Joshua Rosman in his third A-grade game of the year. Played 16 last year. We'll take it back deep inside 50. Who's there for Flagstaff Hill? No one just yet. And he's thrown into the ground. That's a sling tackle. And in fact, the umpire has paid it. And he's going to give a yellow card. Our first card of the season. We are yet to see a card and he's paid it for a dangerous tackle. Who's the man coming off?
Well, you know in a sec.
All right. Thanks for that. We'll come back to
keep on
reporter.
going to the showers because he won't be enough time left. There's a couple of words to Carlisle as he comes off.
We'll have to wait before that interchange is made before the play.
Viney's ready to come back on. Viney's about to play the best 3 minutes of football in his life. You watch.
Oh, Viney. He must have heard our whole spill on him as well.
Yeah.
Oh, dear. Nah. Good young kid. As McCormick's going to have a shot at goal. A wild attempt here from the boundary.
It might have been Damon Arnold, I think. Sorry.
In the wear, Armour went off with the yellow card for the sling tackle on McCormick. Thumping ball. Really good effort. And what do they say? They say no, it's a minor score.
8 goals, 12-60 margin. It could be a big point.
It could be. It's 13 points now.
As I like to say. So it was Flaggies who've led at every change. 2 points at quarter time in a scoreless game at that stage. 5 points to 3. Then we saw 6 goals kicked. Flagstaff leading by 14. They extended that to 18. And they've extended that to 19. Getting dark. The lights are on. This will be the starting time, by the way, Ollie. This time next week, the men's interleague game will start. As that one has hit the top of the fence rail.
So far today, when it's gotten dark, it's about to piss down, which means I have to walk out there.
It's about to precipitate.
No, all right. It's about to rain. Why don't we say that?
Precipitate.
Inside 50 again for the Falcons. No one can hold the mark. But how about the shot at goal, the snap? Not a bad attempt. In fact, I take it all back because it barely scored.
I think that was Aldridge. It was Aldridge with the late nomination to catch your eye.
He's caught my eye, but whether he's the player of the match, we'll find out.
About now, because the match is run and done, and Flagstaff Hill on the battle for top spot emerged victorious. We no longer have any unbeaten teams in the Southern Football League this season. Flagstaff Hill won at every change, and I think they won every quarter. No, they didn't. Reynella won the last quarter by a couple of points. It was Flagstaff 8-13-61. Reynella 7-5-47. Ollie is descending to ground level as we speak to find his player. Continue, it is all over at Aldinga, and Christie's Got a scare but emerged victorious, 10-7-67. Aldinga 7-10-52, a 15-point lead that elevates Christie's Beach for mine from a 7th spot up to 6th. Cove were leading Ironbank handily, as were Happy Valley leading Morford Vale. So if that's the way the results pan out, it will be Flagstaff on top with a 7-1 record. Reynella, and they have the last bye. Reynella sit at 6-1, Happy Valley 6-1. Be interesting to see the margins if Happy Valley take over on percentage. Port Noarlunga have the bye this week, so those Reynella and Happy Valley on 12 points. Port Noarlunga with the bye have 4 wins. I think Cove will have 4 wins, but Port Noarlunga will have the higher percentage. You should then drop to Christie's and Ironbank on 2 wins, or Christie's with a higher percentage. Aldinga in 8th spot with 1 win, and Morford Vale bringing up the rear at this point of the season. Just while and scores are correct on the Sportal Scoreboard. Do want to thank the league sponsors this year. Air Diffusion Australia, also our weekly sponsor today. So Cloudy Web Design, SA Landscaping Supplies, Master Plumbing Association of SA, Flurio Milk Company, Paladin Sports, Sharon, Sports Centre, All Frames and Mirrors, Belgravia Apparel, the PW Collection, Dartfish, and the Youth in Sports Foundation. Well, Ollie has found his winner. Let's go down to Ollie Riddle and winner.
Well, we're down here at ground level. Blake Aldridge, congratulations, our player of the match.
Thank you very
get
much.
the Archie's footwear as well as the Dartfish filming footy beanie. Top of the table clash today. Reynella unbeaten for the season. How do you think you went?
Did pretty well. Real scrappy first half. But yeah, a bit like last week against Port, he's picked up late.
You kicked 2 very important goals in that second quarter. It sort of kick-started because that first quarter was, I'll be honest, wasn't great footy.
Yeah.
But what's it like for the confidence of you personally and the team to really get that go-ahead goals?
Yeah, well, I know for me personally, it gets me up. Try and get a bit of mail in the celebration. I feel like the whole energy comes up. So I feel like a few early goals gets everyone up.
Are you playing next week against the Great Southern Footy League?
Not sure yet. So we have training this week, so we'll find out Thursday.
All right, and who have the Falcons got after that?
We've got Noarlunga, so the A grade have a bye and the B grade are playing the B grade.
All right, well done to you. Good luck. I'll get a photo in a second,
Yeah,
and congratulations on your win.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Back to you, Phil, up the top.
Thank you so much, Ollie. Congratulations to Blake Aldridge, the Falcons' leading goal scorer. And, well, so glad. And so, yeah, maybe we need to do something about the sizing. But anyway, Archie's Footwear, fantastic sponsors. We thank them as Ollie gets the important picture. So just go, we got to get that. And Flagstaff. Yeah, any fans here should be clapping. That's a big scalp to get the undefeated, well, previously undefeated Wineflies on their home deck. Albeit undermanned, but then to an extent so were Flagstaff Hill. Other winners today can confirm Christie's by 15, and by all reports it would be a miracle if Cove did not beat Ironbank, Cherry Gardens, and if Happy Valley did not defeat Morford Vale. Next week, long weekend, happy birthday to the King for February or whatever it is. Interleague games, always a tradition. We will bring you all 5 games starting from 10:15. The last 2 with commentary. The Jan Bache Cup for the women, 2:50, and the Barry Pillmore Cup for the men at 4:25. Ollie's made his way with lightning speed back up to our broadcast booth as the car park starts to empty and people head for warmer, drier surrounds. Let's wrap it up, my friend. What's your final thoughts on the occasion?
Fantastic win for the Falcons, who came in as probably the underdogs. I will say it again, I tipped them, you tipped Reynella. But injuries didn't help either team. Of course, Mitchell Johnson was missing today, as well as Leif Mitchell for the Falcons, plus Davies, Marshman, Delahunty, Rodriguez, Potter, Rosa, you name them, Reynella missed them. And in the end, the wet weather footy, I think they were just stronger. They had more targets going forward. Their ball movement was so much better. And when you got players like our man of the match, Aldridge, as well as Samuel Smith, who came pretty close too. I think if I pick up the microphone as it falls on the ground, it's amateur hour at the moment. But they were by far the best team. They deserve the win.
Thanks for that, Ollie. So obviously the Interleague next week, the next round, round 8, it's round 9. That's where I got my stuff up from. Everybody playing their 8th game. We end the round robin series. Happy Valley host Cove. That's currently probably 3rd hosting 5th. Port Noarlunga and Aldinga. Ironbank hosting Reynella. Game of the week, we're going to Bice Oval. Apparently they've got a big timekeeper's box for us. Christie's Beach playing Morphett Vale. The Saints got a big win today at Aldinga. They'll need another one at Morphett Vale to try and catch up to Cove for that 5th spot. Thanks again to our sponsors, which include, of course, Air Diffusion Australia, our major sponsor for the day. Also, ProBuild Australia for all your restoration repairs. Hope you're busy this week, but not too busy. The Aussie Inn at Hackham, Christie's Beach Hotel, part of the RD Jones Group, Domenico Real Estate, Dartfish Live Stats, Sportal Scoreboard, Classic Clashes, UTF Trailers, Archie's Footwear, being tried on as we speak, I'm pretty sure, and Filming Footy. Last thoughts, Ollie, and we'll call it a night.
Fantastic day, and let's get out of here before the rain sets in.
And a final thank you to Jared Lever and the Reynella Wineflies for giving us some fantastic broadcasting facilities to help with this game. That's my wife saying, when are you coming home? Hope you've enjoyed this one, the Southern Football League. Thanks to Filming Footy. Unbelievable. Well...